You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. The DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Where's all my pimps in the building? How the fuck's everybody doing tonight? Tip your favorite bartender. Yo, it's that crazy white cat, you know he's mad crazy. Stand back and watch skill, I'm the man, baby. I'm so cool, I keep it smooth like some mellow weather. I keep it pimpin' like a pink hat with yellow feather. Minion perfect, keep it dirty for your girlfriend. I let it blow me like a hurricane or whirlwind. No pearl gems, no diamonds, only the mass appeal. If the sex is good, should be lucky to get a happy meal. People talk about me, you often stay low. Electric boogaloo, and then I moonwalk the way home. Dude off the chain, yo, Rudolph the Django. Tupac with chains on, doo-wop and tango. Step in the room with celebrity, everyone knows him. Deliver groupies and seven, let's try to be branded, you gotta behold him. Known to be one that will go in, no matter what the circumstance. 30 back, dress fresh to impress, I feel like 30 racks.
And that's the way we're living, we ain't the same. We've been doing this since day one, yeah. Keeping it real, keeping it live, keeping it going, yeah, yeah. Keeping it real, keeping it live, keeping it going, yeah, yeah. And that's the way we're living, we ain't the same. We've been doing this since day one, yeah, yeah. Keeping it real, keeping it live, keeping it going, yeah, yeah. Keeping it real, keeping it live, keeping it going, yeah, 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 yeah.
Sitting that fire, just wild. And we going up all year. Hey, hey, all around the world, I'm going next. If you ain't, then you a bitch. Say less. When my family break bread, fuck the rest. And we blessed, so blessed. Like flex, like flex. I'm so bad. All I want is big bags. Is that so bad? Then it jet blackjack, tinted glass. She really better than the bag. Puppy bad, imagine that. All my life I felt see-through. VVS to all these people. Don't show love until you make no. So I make moves. Now I've been rapping my ass off for like 10 years in a minute. If you ain't showing me love, then you can keep your opinion. And I'ma do it with no limits. Not my fetish is percentage, but they only know success when you spend it on a pennant. I'm a new breed, give me 6 rings. I dream big things, it's like nicotine. I'm a music fiend, now this dig deep. It's a call shot like vaccine. All around the world, I'm going next. If you ain't, then you a bitch. Say less. When my family break bread, fuck the rest. And we blessed, so blessed. Like flex, like flex. I'm so bad. All I want is big bags. Is that so bad? Then it jet blackjack, tinted glass. She really better than the bag. Puppy bad, the bad, the bad, the bad, the bad, the bad.
See, I've been that dude since middle school. Kept a couple tools and a couple goals. Only day ones, no day twos. If you ain't team, I don't fuck with you. Logic world get stacked. Overtime on the grind, gotta get that. Cheddar cheese, I'm a fiend when it come to cash. Aiming for the top spot, nigga, fuck last. On a whole nother level on the top floor. Got niggas with that eye, you don't want woe. Get him, hit him with the 5, keep it 4-4. Another nigga with that 9 if you want more. Blue faces in my jeans, get money by any means. I'm eating great with the team, I sacrifice for the fam. Nigga, we standing strong, we bringing panic to bombs. We feeling like it's Saddam, my fam, we going ham, bitch.
Money over everything. Money over everything. Niggas dying over anything. Dying over anything. Who won't kill for the currency? I murder me a nigga trying to stop me from getting change. Money over everything. Money over everything. Niggas dying over anything. Dying over anything. Who won't kill for the currency? I murder me a nigga trying to stop me from getting change.
Look at that drip.
You see my swag.
Look at my bitch.
You know she bad. Niggas be mad. I'm checking bags. I turned in a Honda to cop me a Jag. They lit up my ceiling to master race.
Okay. When I pull up, look at they face. Bro, nigga salty, I wanna race. Banking that cash, I had to
Yeah. Angle. Yeah, few, I ain't no stranger. We just try swimming through tide water, well said we endangered. I'm just an architect trying to figure it out. Roger that, way I picks my route. How could you disagree with where love's lost, love's found? Bet there's somebody out there right now, smiling, crying too. Only thing you truly feel is you. Ain't being
being selfish. I'm so selfish when I'm selfless. I'm just tired of being tired. I'm tired of tired. Price so high, I ain't sober, oh my God. If gas a stampede is all you heard, second guessing ain't really putting me first. Now I'm over sure, expect me to flood the earth for what it's worth. Life's a bitch, none of my daughters a curse. In these dark times, I'm blessed for my son's birth. Life's just a job, my body got to work. I'm about to curtain, go berserk. So much pain, I can't hurt, yeah. Stop telling me go to church, gun on my temple. Get blown off my mental. It's hot winter, why cold center? Why losing ball winner? Gotta start what you finish, so stop looking like a beginner. Yeah, world mad and I'm mad. Yeah, world mad and I'm mad. For feelings I care too much. Cut you off, how we keep in touch. Confused much, it's obvious. Anger plus, lost trust. Why discuss? Why discuss? Why discuss? Why discuss? Why discuss?
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Well, most niggas' mamas is drug heads. I heard the little homies, but we honor the bloodshed. To all my niggas you can find in the mud dead. A couple gotta do as much time as the judge said. But little kids can't play in yards. And every day's a blessing, so we praying, Lord. Can't put it around the set, so we stay in cars. My feet like the Houston H's, they stay in stars, nigga. Orange chucks and the laces fat. I'm from the set where most niggas catch cases at. It's also known as the place where his race is at. So we aim the guns at the same place he places hat. It's a cold game, but the heats is hot.
2 minutes, 30 seconds, y'all.
Niggas' body sheets is dropped. And the cold part about his niggas' peeps is hot. Cause they got their life for the set, but the streets is not gonna do you the same. But you got to stay true to the game. No matter if it's a life sentence or even two to the brain. You want it to bang, but it ain't no joke about it. You gon' do it, then you got to be a loke about it. I'm from the set. Well, most niggas' mamas is drug heads. I heard the little homies, but we honor the bloodshed. To all my niggas you can find in the mud dead. A couple gotta do as much time as the judge said. Well, most niggas' mamas is drug heads. I heard the little homies, but we honor the bloodshed. To all my niggas you can find in the mud dead. A couple gotta do as much time as the judge said. Well, most niggas don't last that long, cause you either get life or somebody blast that dome, And you can take that and pass that on. And I ain't lying, my homies that's beneath the grass, that's
a young kid with the simplest dreams. Boom bap lunch table, I was killing them beasts. My mother gave me a pass, I was roaming them streets because she knew I would have ruined anything I could be. I'm chancing and sacrificing everything I believe, and I absorb and manifest anything I can see. Gather knowledge and operate at the highest degree. I live the truth and had to be everything that I preach. Invisible morals, followed by the deepest of sorrows. Change of the day, I pray that we can be here tomorrow. Dodge cops at many blocks and fences I hopped. Empty pockets on empty stomachs, I wanted to stop. Young scholar became a father, the collars I dropped. The cut I got shot, the glass ceiling shatter up top. I offend all causes, godlike and awesome. Drop enough gems, I construct the gauntlet. You so gassed up, team is telling you different lies. Getting so far, you listen, this what the issue lies. Gotta visualize, everybody just wanna ride. Then you see your Big E, realize and you hypnotize. When I become me, you never taking my soul. I will struggle till I die, we got our food and our clothes. Never losing control, got my son and my daughter. If you get in the way, you will sell our funeral homes.
Things wasn't easy as it seems, but it won't intervene when I succeed. I'm still doing me. Won't let nothing get in between. Still doing what I love, but all means. Good
morning, yeah.
I know what it is. We in the morning episodes.
Good morning. I thank the Lord that He ain't take me out my sleep. Good morning. I roll my weed and take a drink like rest in peace, but still good morning. Every day I leave the house, it's cold, I tell my heat, but still good morning. I ain't wake up till you last night, yeah, but shit got real, yeah. It's hard to sip it now, but you know peace be still. Look my mama in the eyes before she got a pill. Ain't waking up, I made the catch, I'm still gon' taste a meal. I told my brothers I'll be back if now he hold the wheel. I will.
You are jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Autobots, share the stream.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. people follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, as per usual, welcome back to That Dorky Review Show. I'm your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Carbone, aka I got too many damn freaking names and whatnot. Pretty much we're a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. We play our music for free, and we do have an option for you guys to pay to skip the line if you do want to get your record played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion.
Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes.
Hit that Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, and
I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me push you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
We play all genres, all right? We play all genres, so don't be shy. Anything you have from EDM, dubstep, rap, hip hop, which is, again, I know they're the same thing, but some people will separate those things. Reggaeton, rock, country, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what it is, you can send it. Just try not to send industry artists stuff, right? So don't send us Drake, Kendrick featuring Drake, Drake on a Jay-Z beat, freaking you on a Jay-Z beat, you on a Drake beat. All of those will get us cut, flagged, blocked, or cut from the platforms that we are live on, or when the video tries to be saved, it's non-existent. And you're like, hey, what happened to yesterday's stream? What happened is you sent the wrong record. So do work with independent producers if you're not producing yourself, and if you're doing a remix, man, always chop up, change, add drums, do as many things as you can to really do something a little bit different, right? You know, that's the way to go. Let me see what else. Don't send Tidal or Apple Music. Everything else is fine. So Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, MP3, Wave. And if you do Wave, if you can send it via iCloud, it's the quickest way for us to download it. If we happen to reach 100 by the end of today's stream, we will do a giveaway. Hold on, let me head to that. We will do a giveaway on well, 100, 200, and 300. We pretty much do you know, different things that or whatnot, but we'll do one at the end of each stream or whatnot. We'll have 2 streams today, by the way, as well. I'm doing one in the morning real quick, and then we'll see about later, pretty much like sometime maybe around 4 or 5 or something like that, my time. Again, right now it's 10:53 a.m.
I really wanna grow up, cause I don't wanna go down. Someday I'm gonna blow up. They love it how my flow sounds. You hate on me, but so what? I know you wanna throw down, but I just wanna throw up. Someone give me a bow now. I just wanna be a doodle chillin', but I'm always dealing with the madness. I just wanna be up on the beach, up in the white, chillin' with a bad bitch. I just wanna live up in the city where they hear me and they go bananas. I just wanna hear the water, and every little girl is dealing with a sadness.
I wasn't nice in class. I would always like to laugh and always get in trouble from my teachers cause I'm writing raps. My bad. Vanilla Ice was trash. I'm never on a righteous path. I throw a diaper at my wife and then get sliced in half.
Wonderbird said, what'd you say? You said, I found out how I want to use AI going forward, and I think it can do some good work if used in the way I envision and something like that. I mean, I tell you to disclose your details so we can have a more thorough conversation of it, but just with my unsolicited thoughts, y'all, if you know how I feel about AI, you know, like I always want people to know that, like, when it comes to like you competing with other producers, artists, writers, different things like that, like the thing people will always be more impressed with is the real work. Again, like if there's a dope melody and you came up with it, right? If you're the one who let me put these specific drums together in this specific pattern and order, so like that. Like, we even look some type of way at these straight up splice producers that don't change anything. If you drag and drop a whole sequence over, and then, you know, everything that you've done has been done in that same way, but you don't add anything, you don't change the tempo, you don't again try to figure out different flavors that make it yours. Yeah, those aren't producers either, right? So those really didn't require you to have much skill to learn, you know, something or whatnot. So if you can find creative ways to still maintain an actual, you know, work ethic within it, like, and even more, the way that we'll always truly be tested, no matter what we do, like, if, you know, like, a lot of artists will do things, you know, from home, but if you are thrust into a studio situation and they have like a no phone, you know, policy and shit like that, where like you can't use anything but your own actual talent for the session, it's like, that's what I want you guys to prepare for. I want you guys to know that, like, in the event that, you know, people want to see you in that professional light, you know, they often don't necessarily want to see those AI aspects, you know, involved. They want to see the actual talent that the artist, you know, has, you know, without all the bells and whistles. You know what I'm saying? What would you do in a tiny desk scenario as an artist, as a producer? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you bring to the table in that same way where when Timberland first came out, when Pharrell first came out, when you had Swiss Beats, like, these are still producers that are out there, but they have their own sounds that they bring along to the table, where like, you gotta go to them. You have to go to them to get that authentic Dre beat, that authentic, you know what I'm saying, like, insert your producer here. I still want a Kanye beat after all this freaking time and whatnot, by the way that he, you know, produces and you know, sees certain visions with certain artists. Like, that kind of mentality from the individual, I think, will always be sought after and stuff like that. When you say, here's Johnny, I told my son, I've schooled, don't worry, then become a preacher, he'll make no lesser than 100K a year. Hey, I was yup. Let me see, he said, luckily it's all 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 4 style of song, you know what I'm saying, very simple. Let me see. And his music review, last night was charging $50 to get one song played, man. Hey, listen, everybody has their rates. Everybody has their rates, right? You guys have to determine what is worth it from each show, right? You know, I always love to give as much or as many details as possible, even if we end up having to hit a Dorky Don't Play That on, you know, records in the free line or whatnot. Y'all know I go into, you know, as much detail as possible. I always wanted to price things as affordable as possible as well, then have those, you know, middle prices for those that do want to you know, get more back to back, or the recorded, you know, reactions and stuff like that. So just think about the value with each one, you know, and determine, you know, from that. Everybody's gonna have their sort of like, no, I'm not so comfortable with that. But you gotta always ask what it comes with it. And he said, who was that Rich House and shit? I have, honestly, like, I haven't even seen Rich House for some time and stuff like that. After a while, I had to block him. So I no longer see him in the timeline. I don't even know if he exists or still does anything. He doesn't appreciate his community as much, and, you know, like, there are just things that don't sit right. I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. That is a smart move, you know what I'm saying? If it's your passion and stuff like that, agreed. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucking crazy and stuff like that. You said that when I was playing the radio and stuff like that. Listen, again, weigh your options. Always ask, you know, what things come with what you can sort of do. And a lot of times, you guys were the ones that dictated, you know, what I did on the show. There was a time when I only had the 1 song skip. And then there were people who would send, you know, 2 songs. And there are those who will, you know, they'll just send 2 10s for the, you know, for the 2 songs. But I would be like, no, let me give you a discount within, you know, in between those 2. Then there were those, I think Freshness Fresh was the first one to do a 3-song back-to-back. I think New Mafia might have been the first one to do the 6-song takeover. And then, you know, and it was just like, yeah, let me put this in for that. I'm like, bet, we'll leave it at that. Somebody did the 4-song back-to-back. I think that might have been either J Mufasa or Mr. Fresh at a time. And then the 12-song, trying to remember if it was AD. It might have been AD, you know what I'm saying, with that one or whatnot. So a lot of you guys inspired the prices for things over time. And I maintain those so that you know and will always know. I mean, so when you say stop getting notifications for the stream, always double check. Make sure that you hit it right now, hit that bell and see what it's on. Sometimes they will, it's like they want you guys to work, right? They want you guys to do a few things, right? They want to make sure that you're paying attention to the streams that you supposedly like, right? So interacting with post, with the live, making sure that you are always subbed, because sometimes they will unsub people. You know, I don't know why they do. I guess again, just to keep you on your toes within that context or whatnot. Then out of the blue, sometimes you'll suddenly see us, even if you're unsubbed. You're like, wait a second, how the hell? Anyways, he's delusional. You know what I'm saying? Part of his hustle. That he calls getting a song played a handout. Man, listen, it's a privilege to be able to review music at all for me. Like, I'm honored that I can go live and I get to hear new artists every single episode and get to know you guys over time. We can't really do that with, you know, the industry. They won't come and send, you know what I'm saying, like that or whatnot. We will get people in between the sectors. Again, Norman Sands has come and sent to the show before. And I do technically know Ab, so I gotta see if I can get him on, you know, one day to do an interview and do music or whatnot. When we do that, that's gonna be a good episode or whatnot. But I gotta do my due diligence and stuff like that. I gotta do some reactions to, you know, a lot of his previous stuff or whatnot, because I hadn't been doing that, man. Let me see what we got so we can head into the free line. Appreciate y'all patience. Let me see what this is. Okay, Christian Dior, you are up first. You sent an audio Mac link. Hey yo, what's up? Hey yo, what's up? Hey yo. Hey yo. What he said? Said don't do it till I come home. Need to watch that, you know what I'm saying? That would be before fire or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Wait, what you talking about? And what he said, I ain't never heard of Plant Radio. Let me see. Said he need to mix the damn song at that point for 50, right? I mean, that's listen. Hold on, let me get. Are you saying the weight? I mean, you have it right here. I have it right here. And then always remember you can rewatch and rewind the show on YouTube as well.
I said the sunrise slow, I got war on my chest. Got kiss all of my kids, putting my demons to rest. Ain't no fairy tales here, just mistakes and regret. But when I walk in the courtroom, it's no fear, no sweat. Pat the bag, few pics with my lawyer online. Trying to bargain with the judge for a little more time. But when he slammed that gavel, I'ma take it like a man. Ain't no fold in my soul, just blueprint in the plane. Told my bro hold it down, told my shorty be strong. Told myself every night you gon' make it back home. This a price that I pay, I will dance with the flame. Now it's time to sit down and not run from the blame. This my last day out, not a tear in my eye. I done live like a legend, now it's time for the time. If I don't make it back, tell my story with pride. I ain't ducking nothing, I'm just setting things right. This my last day out, I'm still 10 toes firm. Gotta pay for the fire when you play and get burned. What I promise on my name when I'm back in the wind. I'll be stronger than before, never broke, never been. They don't know how I feel, writing letters in pain. Or your mother trying to smile while she drown on the shame. I was raised on the block, made mistakes with the gang. I ain't pointing no fingers, I'm just carrying my name. Heard rumors in the streets, let them talk, I'm at peace. Real ones know the truth, I don't owe my peace. Gotta hold what I did, can't erase none of that. But I promise when I'm gone, they will remember how I snap. Got my fear laid out, fresh faded in the coat. Might ride around the city, let it soak in my soul. Every moment feel louder when your time running low. When I walking through them doors with a heart full of gold. This my last day out, not a tear in my high. I done live like a legend, that was time for the time. If I don't make it back, tell my story with pride. I ain't ducking nothing, I'm just setting things right. This is my last day out, not a tear in my high. I done live like a legend, that was time for the time. If I don't make it back, tell my story with pride. I ain't ducking nothing, I'm just setting things right. This is my last day out, I'm so 10 toes firm. Gotta pay for the fire when you play and get burned. But I promise on my name when I'm back in the wind. I'll be stronger than before, never broke, never been.
Never broke, never been. I never listen, I can make a song, I don't ever sin. I also know that I don't even really know what the...
I'll be back, better than ever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who tell me about the...
Oops. Big Salute.
That's Taco? Yep, they got these new boxes that are loaded with my faves.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Oh yeah. All right, so this record, you know, I would consider a life music record, right? If you guys do not know, when it comes to certain songs that do come to the show, right, we try to figure out what the criteria of, you know, some of those things are, and there are some consistencies within certain genres that I don't necessarily think have been named yet as a very specific type of record, as like we have, again, the subgenres. We have the drill, we have you know, acid rap, trap, you know, like that 90s boom bap, you know what I'm saying, style, different things like that. But this life music, right, it always is something of substance, right? It could feel straight hip-hop or southern aspect. There could be sometimes a piano driven piece of production, but the content will always be something real, that like, I've struggled, gone through this, but I will make it through. You know what I'm saying? That like some of the songs that you feel like some, like the streets kind of need to hear as they're, you know, going through it and you know, just trying to make it through overall as a human being, but then also, you know what I'm saying, as artists. And also, you know, this song feeds into a lot more when it comes to, you know, the reality and, you know, what you're going to, you know, be going through or whatnot, man. I'm hoping that there's a way to, you know, still make music within and or just, you know, make sure that you keep writing as you you know, progress through. You know, it's one of those things where like music can, you know, save your life, just help you make sense of things, have a place to put your frustration, your thoughts, your just anything that you feel, you know. I think always have that aspect in your mind that there will be other people who feel that same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it really comes from a real place, we're all human, and we'll always have, you know, sort of things that from other artists will help us get through that time, just knowing that there are people that can relate. But yeah, big freaking salute to that. If there's anything that I would make better in terms of what we heard, it would just be, you know, a few potential like flow switches or things like that there or whatnot, right? When we get comfortable with a specific way of rapping on something, in this case is and it felt like it kept on, you know, that, which is fine, but for some they will want a little bit of that, you know, switch up of sort of like how and where you rap. I also felt like a singer, man, having someone with like just soul and that almost like gospel essence or you know, R&B, just something in there, sort of like singing ad-libs over some parts of, you know, your verses and the chorus. I feel like that right there, you know, will bring the song, you know, to I don't really want to say to its knees or whatnot, but it'll bring it to, I think, a proper point or whatnot, right? And especially when you're thinking about, you know, what I always love talking about the tiny desk scenarios or whatnot, because live performances just hit like no other when you have that live band playing the instruments and you have backup singers or you know, just everything, you know, professional and intimate, right? Because when you're in the bigger crowds, you know, there are people who they get seated way in the back, they get seated on the sides, they can't really see you, you know, that well or whatnot, right? You don't really get to, you know, and like the performance is coming from, you know, the speakers, and, you know, depending on where you're at, you'll hear it properly. Everybody else kind of, you know, they get the low end of the deal. They just get the vibe of, oh, we're in the vicinity of this motherfucker, yeah, you know what I mean? But when you get a tiny desk scenario, you can hear everything. You're there, you're getting a real performance. You have the thump of the live instruments, you know, actually, you know what I'm saying, hitting it in a proper way, like drums. I'm telling you, I have such a love for, you know, drummers who can, you know, play so many different, you know, patterns and, you know, riffs when they go in. It's crazy. What do you say? When I was in middle school, said they beat your ass for listening to that shit. Let me see. Shit makes me mad. Which one? Let me see. Georgiana and the Rugrat taking all these folks on here, something like that. For hold on. And it's all part of the plan. So let me see on why these on paper taking over. That again so fucked up. Hold on, I'm trying to think where everything started at. And when you say man supposed to be an advocate for black music is what I'm saying. I don't want to do that to someone that's insane. Were y'all still talking about the skill stuff? Let me see what some Spanish dude with the green. What? Damn, y'all had a whole damn conversation over here. Hold on. Yeah, man, an imaginary hustler, and let's say you can buy life insurance, a policy, you don't die, you know what I'm saying? This mother effer. The $50 dude. Okay. I was trying to figure out where everything stems from. Alright, let's go back into the free line.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, here's Johnny. Let me see, is this a two-song skip? It is indeed. Hold up.
I just need you to. Can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need them. PayPal me. You see me on the playground. ground just. Yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowned. You wanna stay down then.
All right. Why is Fire Hot is the first of two? Hold on, let me drop this in here. See, y'all get a good bargain over here. 1 for $50. My brothers and sisters, calm down. Why is Fire Hot?
Peace the Lord Mixer. Here's Johnny.
Do it again.
Here's the Lord Mixer. Here's Johnny.
Again.
Peace the Lord Mixer. Here's Johnny. Fuck with Big Johnny, thought a bitch knew better. Do better, to Beretta's true through your new leather. Fuck you and whoever. The Stu Shepherd, create a language out of making new letters. Fuck with Big Johnny, thought a bitch knew better. Do better, to Beretta's true through your new leather. Fuck you and whoever. The Stu Shepherd, create a language out of making new letters. Fuck with Big Johnny, thought a bitch knew better. Do better, to Beretta's true through your new leather. Fuck you and whoever. The Stu Shepherd, create a language out of making new letters. Keep your tongue and tooth separate. Your own word is true leverage. Sharp words leave full severed. You dudes tender. Don't feud with the tool bender. Nicer form when I shoot like I hoop better. Pull blows like a soup tester. Funeral view setter. Gather up your people like a group center. Take your place like an occupation Jew settler. It's fucking Johnny. All hail Johnny. Hater get impaled sloppy. Broke every bone in his frail body. Turn beef to stale chop me. Bug jail robberies. Failed mockery. Cat shells for mocking me. Only the kale calms me. Smell homies when blood boils. Built from scratch on tough soil. Hand molded like a mud coil. Cooked dope, no drug foil. Under your skin like a pus boil. Puff oil like a Mike Tyson. Turn the sandy glass like lightning. Sherm slaughter ride on the water like Vikings. Run to catch a bullet like Titans on the Titans. Mirror match with myself, call the Clash of the Titans. Why is fire hot if I'm fly or not? Air out the rubber like a tire shop. Contemplating dire thoughts. Knife to a foul rock. Cutting up 2 piles chopped. Cutting up 2 piles chopped. Fuck with Big Johnny, thought a bitch knew better. Do better, to Beretta's true through your new leather. Fuck you and whoever. The Stu Shepherd, create a language out of making new letters. Fuck with Big Johnny, thought a bitch knew better. Do better, to Beretta's true through your new leather. Fuck you and whoever. The Stu Shepherd, create a language out of making new letters. Fuck with Big Johnny, thought a bitch knew better. Do better, to Beretta's true through your new leather. Fuck you and whoever. The Stu Shepherd, create a language out of making new letters.
Once again, that was Here's Johnny. Why is fire hot? Lord Mixer, and production. Like, listen, he has a consistency when it comes to getting in there, with the bars, the abstract beats, the hip hop. I've never heard a record from him that wasn't, within that culture. And I always go as far as to say, right? Understand this, man. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe this momentum. I always feel like he's a missing member of Griselda. I can hear him with Conway, Benny, any of them doing, records, on the same records, and having some, dope back to back or whatnot. So futuristically, that's something I hope to hear. Right, there are other artists that I had mentioned as well. Basically, like a lot of the spitters, because he truly does appreciate that type of production or whatnot. Right, here's Johnny. Gets me excited to want to make beats within, you know, the style and formats that I will hear him on, just to see what he would do, you know, to mine or whatnot, right? And that is, you know, something I think that every artist needs or whatnot, where you could go in, just even spit an acapella, you know what I'm saying, and still be decent with that. Of course, this one did. I feel like what was missing from this was like DJ scratches at the beginning or whatnot, right? It did that sort of let me repeat the, you know, the intro a few times thing, but I feel like it should have felt like it was one of those like being DJ'd, you know, live kind of you know, intros, and he was the one that kept, you know, spinning it back or whatnot. You know, nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, something dope. It was what, 3 minutes and 13 seconds, and he had a chorus on this record. We appreciate those. Always know that, like, I look at choruses as part of the identity of each record, right? It's like that the call sign that when people are talking about, because like there are only two things that we can really go from when it comes to any artist, any song that they've, you know, particularly made or whatnot, right? You go to a specific line in the song that they might have said, right? And then you have to really listen to the song to really even know and hear those aspects, right? Like everybody has to pretty much, you know, listen to and like it. But the one thing that everyone will at least hear, right, if you get your song sort of out there, is the chorus. It can be repeated throughout a record, right? Beginning of a song, like literally you could have the beat playing, you can start with the chorus, go into the first verse, after the first verse another chorus, second verse, after the second verse you can have another chorus, you can go into a bridge, bring the chorus back again. Whatever the case, it's your right to be able to go in there and have something that you can have there a few times or whatnot. That way when people are talking about, oh, have you heard that song from so and so, you know, that's basically what they're going to, you know, pull out or whatnot. If not that, then very specific lines, right? Like, sorry, Miss Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Like, you know what I mean? You remember that, but you also kind of remember forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Like you remember at least a few parts that, like, you know, remind you of stuff. But the verse will have, you know, something that's very specific, right? But you have to listen to the song enough, like I said, to be able to get those. The verses are for the fans. The choruses are for the newcomers. That's the bridge to sort of like bring people in and stuff. What do you say? Mos Def could replace West Side Gun and shit like that. That would be interesting. And I don't ever want to be that member of a group where people say that can be, you know, replaced or whatnot. Does anyone agree with that? Like, I like all their voice signatures kind of together. They have very distinct sort of sounds. Or what I think what he was saying was that he can Mos Def replace West Side Gun and stuff like that. Not Mos Def the rapper, which like that's what crossed my mind, you know what I'm saying, at first. Y'all would be interesting. Mos Def. Okay. Let me see where. Shoot, I need another. What was the Black Star with Mos Def, Talib Kweli? Come on, bring us some Black Star back and shit like that. Anyway, let's get back into the line. Oh no, we have one more from him. My bad. What the freak? Forgot we was in a 2-song back to back. Both of these have visualizers, which, by the way, thank you for reminding me about that. You You know, I'll talk from time to time about the lip syncing sort of, you know, versions of videos like that, which I feel like are kind of funner to watch because so if you've seen it, let me know if you've seen this real quick before I play yours. Before I play yours, right? My boy Midichlorian is like really good at this. I gotta hit him up and see if he still does these or whatnot. But I think he'd be able to take like footage from Samurai Jack and then make it seem like he's rapping your words. And I feel like going that extra step further, a little bit like this, would be fire.
My little man's is your big homie. This ain't no 36 pussy, this a big road. God, and I ain't need no record label. Did that shit by myself. They see me walk into the spot and say that's Big Tony. You know the vibe, and you know we wildin', boy. Yup, diamonds on my neck, you know they shining, boy. Did a bit on Rikers, came home to Coney, then I bought a crib in Staten. I'm an island boy. Bing bong, yup. Ain't nothing funny here, nope. I want money, yeah. Empty out your pocket, show me bunny hands. Slack, raise in my mouth like a buccaneer. Oof. Drop kick your pregnant wife down the fucking stairs. Yeah. Keep running your gibbers. Next time you make a store run, you might run into scissors. Take that, take that, take that. Or catch a drum in your liver. Fuck a diss track, I'll start fucking your sister, pussy.
So like that would be something dope to be able to try to like do with these Samurai, you know, Jack footage right along with, because then you'd get both the sort of action scenes and then the moments where he's like moving his mouth and essentially, you know, kind of rapping your shit, right? Which will bring it to fruition or whatnot. So I want you to think about that potentially with even this one. I don't know where this one goes.
The great, wonderful day. The last little mixture drug.
Peace, Luna.
He's invisible. This was the matter with him.
Hey, yo.
Let me see.
I was on foot because of my second drinking and driving. Fool wouldn't let me in cause I ain't give him no Viking. And my phone was dead so I couldn't call no riding. Had a bomb of dope and pills inside of my Timbs. My right hand cane, so we walking through the woods now. Crackers on the lookout, had a block hot as a cookout. Heard my boy snitches, but to me was a good pal. Now if I look him in the eye, he tends to look down. He's still selling chicken feed to the mush mouths. If he gets locked, I hope all the money on his books bounce. Tell my old head, send out a SOS with a good vouch. Or pay a faggot to drag him to leave his shit pushed down. I own a grinder, but I break it down by hand, though. You do it for likes, I really spend nights in the bando. Hid from the pigs and the sticks like Rambo. Wishing I could fly high in the sky like a sand gross. I own a grinder, but I break it down by hand, though. You do it for likes, I really spend nights in the bando. Hid from the pigs and the sticks like Rambo. Wishing I could fly high in the sky like a sand gross. Each day's a new day and I'm learning to love it. Dedicated to a family that I'm truly in love with. Mustache caught fire after bazooka the dust hit. Fingers like Fred Krueger's when I sift and cut it. If a fiend ODs, I'ma flip a different substance. Pearl'll make a big titty girl kiss a cousin. Junkie had no money but fix cause the sister's fucking for the cheese. He'll get squeezed like a blister busted. I own a grinder but I break it down by hand though. You do it for likes, I really spend nights in the bando. Hid from the pigs and the sticks like Rambo. Wishing I could fly high in the sky like a sand gross. I own a grinder but I break it down by hand though. You do it for likes, I really spend nights in the bando. Hid from the pigs and the sticks like Rambo. Wishing I could fly high in the sky like a sand gross. Your bitch look like Chris Rock and Nutty Professor. She only drops your stock like clumsy investors. South American fashion made out of Colombian leather. Break your heel, step into me, left you bloody as ever. My homeboys with crack pushers made sure the neighbor's good. Wouldn't stay away if there's bears in the neighborhood. Your girl's a sensitive type like termites, she ate the wood. John the Batman in the hood been making good. Match Shouldn't have crossed town price like your neighbor should. Rob me, I burn your body in some vacant woods. Let him step to me until he breaks his foot. Take a look, catch you with raps like serrated hooks. Writing lyrically inclined and my cadence good. If I catch a thick bit, I'ma let my racer cook. Hold down the 9 to 5 or a life as a brazen crook. For a light thrill, slice up your grill like your nation cook.
We'll begin with a reign of terror. A few murders. Murders of great men, murders of little men. Just to show we make no distinction.
Yeah.
When you break a train or two, press these fingers around the signal.
I like that one, bro. You got another option too. You got another option as well, right? You got another option as well, which is right, because this one I think is perfect, you know, as is, right? You know, they could do the same. He could do the same, you know, thing, but even in its current state, I thought was dope. If you wanted to do a separate version that also had lyrics attached as well, that sort of come on, that feel professional, that would also add an extra, you know, flavor. But man, like out of the two, I think this one, you know, definitely, you know, hits. We have 3 minutes and 31 seconds. We get to spend enough time with you in the song, see, you know, more bars. Love that overall beat and production. The sample is clean. So what more could we want? I would hope that if he were to go but see, that's why you want the lyric video version freaking too or whatnot, right? Because if you go and perform it, you have the instrumental, you can couple it with the lyrics, you know, on screen, and those, you know, visuals that people will find dope or whatnot. That almost makes me want you to do a kind of anime themed like mixtape, and then like, you know, kind of put videos together with, you know, those sort of like themed animations and stuff like that. Like that's one concept you could sort of you know, go with. And like when I tell you that the fans of not only nerdcore, right, because we are very, when it comes to the things we love, when an artist makes a song themed to it and we can tell they're, you know, a fan, they know their shit, you know, it becomes a part of our own, you know, kind of theme song and stuff. So you make a whole album based on something, you know, you gain a whole new fan base, you know, because even outside of the nerdcore aspect, there are still just people who like anime in general, right? You know, they'll love to hear, you know, songs themed to their favorite characters and stuff like that. So just another way to get in there and market or whatnot. What do you guys freaking think though? Any and all feedback is welcome. Want to attend any all feedback as well? Want to get any all feedback?
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep when I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school, they copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
I'm a little baby, so why don't you kill me? And I'll hit up Midichlorian and see what he can still do potentially. I have no idea what his process is, but I know he was doing stuff like that before like AI was even a thing, so you put that work into it. Yo.
I am the hardest, this ain't no illusion. With music, I feel like I'm making a movement. Feel like Titanic, I finish your cruise ship. I'm not the same, I better know my old shit. And when y'all hear me, just listen clearly. I didn't exclude whoever the shit. I ain't the shit. You would get knocked in your junk. Feel like I recycle your song. Nigga, this official. OG once, I would not diss you. I said, you know who you are. And I do not miss me by the Lord. They turn me back and I'm traded, but fuck 'em. I turn to the frost, front of coking episode. My blood high, I got the intensity. Wanna check the Kenny, I'm like, you kidding me? You just dumb, you just see nothing about life. Worry about what you could be. I'm dropping these hits, I'm harder than baseball pitches. Too many, man. Fuck y'all, bitch. Them change for all
What?
of y'all.
Where are you recording in the bathroom now?
Sarcasm, my talking definition. Savages, but still hitting you. I can fall and I'll still get up. Maybe Maryland that don't got a backbone. Ask Spurs why.
You are recording in something for sure.
Actually, I won't, cause I don't know. Everybody wanna say, what does that mean? My flow clear, pure like a vaccine. People say by opposite if they talk. Don't use the instrument.
You're like,
It's
what
just
the
wrong.
fuck?
I took this down and I leave my footsteps. Well, now I mean footprint. Well, get in them good shit. Shit, I need me a good bitch. But shit, there's no way.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I want to hit the button. I'm going to hit the button right now. Okay, everybody get ready. Wee! You're like, what?
Oh, hey.
All right. So the thing is, right? I don't know where you are recording, right? Like the first thing we gotta take care of is your vocals. You know, wherever you're recording, you can hear kind of your vocals bouncing off of the whatever. What, like, I don't know if it's inside a car. I don't know if it's in, like, whatever it is, you it's not, you know, prepped, right? We're already dealing with the aspect of potentially you recording on the phone. You sort of add that with, like, if you ever record in the bathroom or a certain, you know, like, you have to prep it. You have to get you know, the sort of studio foam that you can, you know, put on the walls of wherever you are recording to, like, really just make it booth like, at least, right? First and foremost, those aspects I think still have to go into when we're making, I mean, even when we're independent, you know. Otherwise you get all either sounds from, you know, outside, the sounds from the background, or, you know, like I said, there are things that'll happen to our vocals that we're not able to remove and sort of fix. I did like the beat. It did start to feel like you were freestyling, and then again, you know, I do see you going backwards a little bit, right? Remember, take any of the songs that I give you that thumbs up on, of like, this is a step in the right direction. Use that as the baseline for how you attack every other record, you know, at the very least. And if you don't do better than that, or at least up to that par, then basically you're going backwards, right? That means that whatever you do with very little energy, it starts to feel like you lack the certain, you know, confidence and stuff like that. But we know, the other day we literally heard a record from you where you finally got in there. I felt like you had a little bit more confidence. You had fun with the record. It just felt like you were starting to get, you know, what I have been saying or whatnot, right? Just basically trying to get out of that, I have to sneak to record this somewhere and I don't want people to hear it and shit like that. If you're recording in a house full of freaking people, my bro, listen, like, if you can't rap in front of the people that you love and or live with, right, then how are you gonna do it for you know, hundreds of thousands of people on a stage, right? So we have to be able to just, like, get out of, you know, that shell and act like we are an artist now. Act like we are trying to rap for our damn freaking rent money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to get in there with that, like, I'm trying to kill this. I want the producer to pay me. That's how dope we do have to be if we truly want to make those, you know, waves, become that next sort of, like, talk of, you know, at the time when it comes to, you know, the artistry or whatnot. It is a lot of pressure, right? But it is possible. I've heard many artists that have come to the show and have, you know, basically done just that, and eventually reached the point where every song they send is top notch. Like I never have to talk about the mixes anymore. The confidence is there. They basically started making records that feel like they should be, you know, out there, that also can compete with the artists that you know, you guys know and love and or are influenced by at times and stuff like that. Let me see. And he said, what did you say? He said, why did you hit the play? Because I just said, man. And again, we can't go just by a beat that you choose. We have to go by your performance on that as well. Again, if I ever feel like the artist is kind of, you know, freestyling, just kind of going anywhere more or less, and that often happens when you don't perfect certain parts, right? If it's written and you're trying to get that freaking down, there are certain sections where like you should be able to tell, oh, I messed up there, let me redo it again. You know what I'm saying? Let me fix any and every aspect of, you know, what's going on. And remember, we are comparing every artist that we hear to you know, all of the artists that we've heard out there. And you know, would it be on the radio? Would it be in a club? Would it be in a movie, TV show, video game, whatever the case, right? You have to not sound kind of a little, you know, iffy next to certain artists or whatnot. As I said though, you know, go back to the record. If you can remember which one that I actually could tell that you did a better job in, compare everything to that. You have to go at it with that level of energy and confidence, you know, and then people will feel it in that way. When you can lower your energy is when the beat is more of a vibe. If it's not necessarily a banger, right? There's a vibe, something that's just kind of chill. You want to be able to hop in there and do that on that. But as for these, when it's something that like, nah, that's a banger, it's a bop. You gotta get in there with that right energy so people can really feel it.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, let's go ahead and hop back into the free line. We got Dirty Dan. Let me go ahead and log you on in. Let me figure block you. There's a lot of time where I don't know who you are, but I just want to block you. I don't even know what the heck I cannot do.
Give it to me.
What did he do?
That's it.
Let me see. Okay, I think Yvonne's stupid. Oh, there we go. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Yeah. He said my right don't work, so link might be on. What?
I'm doing that shit that I said I do. Can I call you, bitch, when I'm feeling blue? I be high as fuck, the ceiling do. When I'm on point, nigga, I'm French move. I been getting money, ain't nothing new. Yeah, bad bitch, eat me up like high chew. Yeah, been out these drugs since high school. Rolled up now, don't say I'm a side dude. Where the money go, yeah, you gon' find me, yeah. I sleep when I rich, I'm insomniac. If you choose a bitch, don't call me back. I'm putting up shots to my bottle flat. Young nigga fly like a cargo jet. Yo, bitch hunt me, treat the hoe like a pet. I been doing this shit, I'm a goddamn vet. All that hating that shit don't sound no checks. Rebound hoe act like my ex. So all that other hoe get it sick. She shaking that ass, not innocent. My hoe say I'm having sin. Bitch think that I love her. I got 2 faces like Harvey Dent.
Hey, yeah. Pop out the board like Batman. Act like a bitch, get slapped with the fire. He got a backhand. Don't end up like last man. The dirtiest ever can change the weather. Need profit in sales, let's get it together. I move for the better. Between all the letters, we bleeding the same, but I'm bleeding redder. Took me a Perkin and gave me the blues. Running up racks, I got dirt on my shoes. Karma's a bitch and these bitches gon' choose. Try me, won't try me, you try and you lose. Go out like that, I refuse. Numbing my brain with these drugs I abuse. Took me a minute to take in the view. She wanted to last so she getting tattoos. Told that bitch give me some space, unless you gon' give me some face. I'm off the molly, it's laced. Murdered the beat with the face.
Don't play that.
Running up here, I chase. Pushing the beamer, I race. She put me right back in my place.
I'm doing that shit that I said I do. Can I call you, bitch, when I'm feeling blue? I be high as fuck, the ceiling do. When I'm on point, nigga, I'm French move. I been getting money, ain't nothing new. Yeah, bad bitch, eat me out like high chew. Yeah, been out these drugs since high school. Bought up now, don't say I'm a side dude.
It was called Haiku. I mean, it's a very specific genre for this type of music, you know, and so if you're going by those genres, there are certain people who will rock with it within. Like, it is my assumption that many of you guys, when you go into these very specific genres, clearly you like it. You like it from whoever you got inspired to make it from, you know, and so that you know, means there's at least some kind of, you know, market for it. However, I do always think that the ultimate goal should really be, you know, to have, you know, music that does resonate with both our niche audience and those outside, right? You want those outside to still want to be able to do a feature with you as an artist, even if you're not in their lane specifically, but it'll be based off of the skill that we do here, you know, within a certain song. Sometimes you also don't want to overdo things when it does come to, you know, auto-tune, and make sure that you're always pronunciating everything in a way that people can understand. But the only way that you'll know when some of those things are happening, though, is when you have that engineer, when you're going to a studio, right? Because you have that extra person who's going to hear your record as it's being recorded. They are not going to know every lyric that you're actually, you know, spitting to the record. So if there's something that comes out, you know, a little bit odd, maybe not the best, they will simply get you guys to go back and re-record it, which you want to do. Like, this is for a lot of you guys something you really want to be your job. You want to not ever have to work another day in your life, and for this to be what you do for a living. So you have to sort of show people, you know, that work ethic within every, you know, record, every lyric, every beat that you choose and or make, and, you know, really just try to maximize. We are now competing with freaking AI. It's not even funny anymore. It is not funny. It is not funny, right? People have gotten so tired with the non-talented artists, or just hearing the same thing so much, they've just started, you know, telling AI what they want to hear, and it spits it out. With that said, we literally have to show people why we as humans are still worth, you know, checking out, spending a certain amount of time, you know, on our, you know, many platforms and things like that. So, you know, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. But, you know, I think this is one of the funnest jobs that we can have if we're able to really make it work, you know, for us and in our favor and stuff like that. So big salute, big salute. Ooh, let's jump back into the free line.
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view and I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
We got about 30 minutes left potentially of the stream. I'll see how many I can play before we head out. But again, we'll be back later as well. We shall be back later as well. Let me see. All right, this is hard future type beat. David, little kid.
Little kid don't play.
You don't play. You don't play. Every day. Every day. Every way. Every way.
Yo, I feel like I'm in a video game and shit. A lot of times you wanted to go and talk to some famous chick, but she don't even ever really know your name and shit. And every time I always be telling you that the flames I spit randomly come out when the beat goes. People are like, I like the freaking beat, but the beat so freaking something that I think I heard before. A lot of freaking times I spit a verse on your freaking shit, and I don't know what would happen if you randomly tried to talk to a chick freaking who had that white face but then a purple nose. And people also don't even know where Steve Urkel goes. I also want to tell you that I do have Urkel's clothes randomly up in the back. People know that if you send a beat to me, I'm finna rap. And people also I don't really think that if he fell off a building that he's finna splat. And I don't even think I'm eating. What the hell? You can mumble shit. Other times I just want to get the beat and jump on it. I don't know what is happening, but this is it. This is sick. I do like the melodies. I don't know what the hell I'm doing or what you telling me. Where the hell is Bill Bellamy? Freaking, you know that there's a lot of y'all who either freaking eating salad or celery. I'm kind of waiting. It feels like something else is in the background. There's one tone that's in there I feel like needs to be cut a little bit. How you feel about that beat? Who can y'all hear on that? Industry-wise? I'm playing. Who can y'all freaking hear? A lot of times the guns up in the air. Listen, there's a lot of time where you go to show and tell, but you have a freaking thing up in your hand that you won't share. And a lot, listen. So this right here, I do like the melodies, you know what I'm saying, of the beat, the drums and everything hit hard. I appreciate the timing of stuff. We can hear very specific, kind of trap centric artists, getting on that, making something dope. It's 2 minutes and 28 seconds, which is fine for a sampler and typical songs that I see artists sort of making and getting on. But I would like to always express that for a lot of you producers, please extend your beats, make an extended version on the side that you at least let the artist know about. And if it has to, be charged a little bit more just to, be able to get that extended version, so be it. Add some little extra bells and whistles if you have to. But the thing that happens is not everybody wants to make a short song. Not everybody wants to go in one chorus, one verse, chorus again, and then I'm out. Like, some people do want to make 3 verse records or get features on their shit, maybe even a cypher. So you have to leave that option open, as there will be some artists who are starting off who have no idea sort of what they're doing outside of hitting that record button and trying to get in there, and they'll have a very minimal amount of time to do or even think of stuff.
There are some people who won't even do a chorus because they won't think that they have enough time to put it in there. So you choose to just like straight up rap all the way through the whole time. And then what happens to that song? People barely know what the name of the song is called because there's no chorus and there's nothing for them to latch onto, you know, in that way. So it becomes things that just are a little bit harder to you know, market, you know, to a certain extent. But you know, I do like the vibes that was going on, you know, within there. Part of me was thinking like Ludacris, but like nah, I think there are definitely, you know what I'm saying, other Rick Ross, Ludacris and Rick Ross. Did they ever make a song yet? Oh, Lamborghini. Let me see, you know what I'm saying? What's good? Dan B. We have BB in the cusp. Let's go ahead and put you in that, which is the cusp.
Excuse me, Mr. Cusp Man. Did you just say that you needed to be? Did you just say that you needed to breathe?
All right. Baby, calm your nerve. All right, Aftermath. Hold on.
Yeah. There was a peep, there was a fall. All of the people that I know.
What up, Tito? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Put a genre of this there. You didn't even put the genre. There's a lot of time where I don't even know about your mama, but I also want to go up to the scene, but I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, but like you know what I can call you. All right. What y'all think about that? Hey, you y'all come back? You y'all come back, huh? So I can imagine that. I can imagine that like to some animated like Ninja Turtle footage or something, you know, very anime, you know, centric or whatnot, which, you know, if it wasn't you doing it, somebody else would. Like there are many just like fans of video games or anime or different things like that who they're looking for just sometimes random things like that to cut some anime footage to and show their love for, you know, the anime itself, while your music adds, you know, a portion of the backdrop. So there's lots of things that you could do to market these with, you know, certain visuals. If you know, figure out ways to like cut to the beat, you know, use the right footage for those things. And it really depends on what you would do, you know, in terms of that, or if you would just want to basically put a challenge out there, right? You can incite stuff yourself by literally putting out a kind of remix or open verse challenge, or, you know, different things like that. In terms of this, it's trying to get people to you know, do certain videos with visuals to it. You know what I'm saying? If they were to make a music video, or, you know, cut anime footage specifically, what would they use? And just, you know, just inciting, getting them to wanna to go in there and create some excitement for it. But also you are headlining it right at that point. So it's easy for you to go in and tap into everybody who is using your thing. Even though, again, they do have systems in place for you to be able to see everyone within the, you know, if it's like TikTok specifically, that you are able to see those who are using your sound in their videos. But that's also why you do want to be that one who sort of like incites it. People know to go directly to you. I've gone, by the way, if you guys haven't, if you do find that there are people using your songs in their vids on certain things, like, go comment on the vid, man. Like, you know, you gotta realize how it feels as the person, right? We add something to whatever piece of footage or content because we like the thing, right? And we never expect to be able to, you know, interact with certain audiences in those cases or whatnot, because certain artists, you know, may be too big. You might assume they're just too big to go and notice that somebody is using their freaking thing or whatnot. But if you go and do, you know, something like that, for some people it means the world to them. Let me see what we got next. What is this? Running out of breath.
That's nice.
I like that beat. I like that beat. I like that beat. I like that. Wait, don't go. I wanna be able to say like that ain't no show if I don't freaking pop up. And there's a lot of times where like I have something up in the cabinet that's freaking locked up. And a lot of times freaking like people tell me that I may be a dork, but I don't even really know how to talk stuff. But I freaking see something that I can like maybe go freaking run to, then walk up on, and then I chalk up the.
Got this little bitty on my phone that I slept with. Said that she been over me and ready for the next. Apparently I think I taught her one too many lessons. Preaching that she done with me, still waiting on my text. See, I don't really care if your love ain't invested. Put that pussy on me when I need it, then I'm set. Yeah, I got many tendencies and one of them is selfish. Try to keep up with me, you'll be running out of breath. Running out of breath, running out of breath.
That's right.
Running out of breath, running out of breath.
Yeah.
Running out of breath,
running out of breath. All right.
Running out of breath, running running out. But if you step into the ring, it's a game to me. I'm known to play a lot, but I could never lose. I'm not the type to show my cards, it's so lame to me. But you reveal them early on, way too soon. So I pull back if I be feeling too much energy. Now you get mad and then go catch an attitude. I'm not incapable of love, it's like ketamine. I get addicted, which is why I play it cool. So I just worry about a check. Yes, I'm pussy, but I always told a lie. Told you don't read into the sex. I know it felt like I was in love, but it's a lie. Deep conversation we ain't need, so keep that shit from me. Don't need to know the T. Ain't tryna make it more than what it is or what it be. Your love is pure and sweet, but that shit ain't for me.
Or
no, that
you.
Shit ain't for me. No, that shit ain't for me.
Hey yo, I'm running out of breath and shit. I also wake up in the morning and everybody around like, man, where the fuck my breakfast went? Cause there's a lot of times you get a lot of freaking money, then go to the store just so you can go and buy a necklace quick. But listen, you just need to like stay down and people be like, dog, this is kind of like living up in a playground where all you get to do is play every single day. And I could get up on your track and do shit every single way. And listen, no, you ain't about to fit the goal. There's a lot of time where I freaking roll. I don't even know if I'm a picky bro. Feeling bro. Everybody freaking don't even know if I'm a switching freaking no. Listen, I like that beat. That's why I'm still up in here like that. I like this. We're about to head out in a second. Overall, all it needs is a better mix. Maybe another verse within there because I do like, you know, your energy, what you're doing in there. It's catchy, feels good. I really like that beat. Everything, you know, sort of felt good outside of just wanting that polished, you know, mix and master and so like that. Holla at me if you do need mixing services. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too expensive, but would love to try my hand at seeing where I could get your, you know, vocals too within there. But yeah, this is something dope. I feel like a lot of people would like that as well. So, you know, up to you. Alright, we are about to head out. Make sure you guys follow us on our platforms. We will be back in a few hours, you know, later. So tap in or tap out, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace out. Peace out.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so...